everybody, happy December, happy holidays to you. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and we're going to follow the tradition because the buy one, get one free Weekend Confirmed question of the week. We're going to talk about some Vita. This first question, actually the two questions are this. So Stevie B asks, if the Wii U sells well, can you see Sony packaging a Vita with a PS3 at some point and making all PS3 games Vita compatible? And then Great White asks, Vita bundles for $199.99 on the 23rd and the 24th. This goes back to a Black Friday question. Wants to know, was that a desperation move by Sony? Are you tempted to take the plunge? Okay, let's talk about the Vita here a little bit. I don't think there's any desperation move coming from Sony, and here's why. Look, you know they got a new console coming. Right now, they are laying the foundation for what they're going to do with Vita, and you probably think it's in there right now thinking, Garnett, you're nuts. You're absolutely insane. What foundation are they laying? The Vita is an overpriced piece of hardware that's trying to compete in a marketplace that it can't compete because I've got a phone, I've got a tablet. What does a Vita do? Well, what a Vita does is it interfaces with everything PlayStation. So do I think that all PlayStation games are going to be Vita compatibility? Do I think all Vita games will be PlayStation 3 compatible? Absolutely. They have to be. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have the exact same game on the big screen that you have on the little screen. We already know that actually doesn't really work that great. I mean, okay, so it was a bit of a cash-in to do Black Ops on the Vita. You could probably do better, but look, if you want to sit down and play a game, you're going to sit down and play a game in front of your console. What I think will happen with the Vita is I think the Vita will be what the promise has been for a long time of having a handheld device that's tied into what you're doing with your console at home. I mean, we've had this great dream. Okay, transferring sounds ridiculous, but tell me that when you think about transferring, it doesn't sound badass. Just tell me for a second that it doesn't sound badass, that you'll be playing your game and take it with you. Okay? But then you get down to the reality of it and you're like, okay, I'm going to take the game with me. Do I want to play the exact same game? Not necessarily. What you want to do, and what I think will happen with the Vita, is that they will come up with great ways, especially as the content of games moves out of just the piece that you have on your hardware. So like right now you buy a game, it's all on the disc, all the content's on the disc, you're playing all that content there. The next generation of consoles, let's get serious, it's not going to be just like that, right? There's going to be game worlds and game data that's all stored externally on a server so that you can get at it from anything. So you can get at it from your smartphone, so you can get at it from your tablet, so you can get at it from your Vita. You see where I'm going with this? Then all I have to do on the Vita is write an interface that knows how to pull the data out of that game and let me do something with it. Whether that means that I'm working on research or looking at a map or finding clues or maybe playing other parts of the game, I can do all those things, and the Vita gives me a number of ways to interact with that. Not only do I have twin sticks, which allows me to play in normal modes, I've got two sets of touch, I've got back touch, I've got front touch, I've got a gyroscope, I've got a way to do a camera and virtual reality. I've got all kinds of stuff that I can do to interact with games, and it's just going to take game designers getting into that. And I don't think it's going to really happen on PlayStation 3. I do think it's going to happen on whatever the next PlayStation is, Orbis, PS4, or whatever they wind up calling that thing. So, will they pack it in? No, they're never going to pack the Vita in. Look, it's too expensive a piece of hardware. What they will do is, as always happens with hardware, they'll get more refined at making it. The cost of the componentry will come... Componentry. That's twice! It's twice! The cost of the components in the thing will come down. So they'll come out with a light version. You know, it'll be a little skinnier, a little sexier, a little prettier, probably have some different built-in memory configurations. I don't know what's going to happen with the 3G thing. I don't know how well that partnership has worked out for them with AT&T. It probably doesn't hurt them any, but I don't think it's been a big deal. I don't really know anybody who uses the 3G version of it, but I know everyone I know has the Wi-Fi enabled piece. So I think that it'll be part of what you do. It'll be part of their strategy with the next PlayStation. It will be a less expensive Vita, but not packed in, and absolutely everything that you play in PlayStation will be able to be played through the Vita and through your PlayStation home base. And it'll be not by virtue of, oh, we're just going to make a port. It'll be by virtue of, hey, now we're thinking of how does this all work as an ecosystem and how do I get at it? And that's cool. Think about how cool that could be. It's going to be awesome. It's like Christmas Wonderland, right? Ryan's looking at me like I'm absolutely freaking nuts. He thinks I'm absolutely crazy. I don't know. There you go. Hope it is a great holiday season for you. Hope you are checking out Shack News Daily every day with my man Ryan over there holding down the fort. We got lots of cool stuff coming up for Christmas. We got a big Christmas party coming up for Weekend Confirmed, so stay tuned. Much more to come before the end of this year.
Classic home console, as we know, is at the end of its era. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. I don't think so. I think things are changing really rapidly, and there's a lot of big changes still to come, but I think the console is always going to be the premier gaming experience for people who want that 5.1 on the couch, lights out, with the controller, you know, the hardcore.